Dear students, welcome to your lesson number 13, Fun with Magnets lesson. In this lesson, you're going to learn about what are magnets, what are the properties of magnets, what are the uses of magnets, how to store magnets, the poles of magnet, and how to convert a substance into a magnet. So all these things you're going to learn in this lesson. So let us first see the history of magnets. How was it discovered? Okay, so my first slide, you can see this is given the history of magnets. So it happened around some 2500 years ago. So in 2500 years ago, this incident happened that made the discovery of the magnet, the natural magnet, magnetite. Okay, so it was through a person. He was a shepherd and he used to walk with a stick which contains a small iron piece attached to one end. So if he is having a stick like this, so at the end, if this is a stick, at the end of this stick, there was a small iron piece fixed to this his stick. So one time he noticed when he was walking with the stick got some attraction towards the rock piece. So when he placed his stick near a rock, he found there is an attraction between this rock to the iron material or iron piece attached to the stick. So from there, it turned into the discovery of the natural magnet and named as magnetite from the shepherd named Magnus. So this magnetite contains a type of material which provides or which gives its magnetic property. It is iron oxide. So what is the name of the natural magnet? Magnetite, which this contains the chemical called iron oxide. This is one of the history. And in another way, it is given the explanation for discovery, and as we have to discuss both, we are not sure which is the true thing. Some people are believing like this magnetite, the natural magnet, was discovered at a place called Magnesia in Turkey. So here the name of the natural magnet is magnetite. So one story is telling about the shepherd named Magnus. Another one is discussing about as the place where it was discovered, it is Magnesia in Turkey. It is named as magnetite. So the name of the natural magnet is magnetite, and this pieces contains the chemical called iron oxide. Let us move into the next slide. Here it is giving the definition of a magnet. What is a magnet? Any material, if it is having the property of attraction towards iron. So if you have a material, it is attracting towards iron, that means it is having some magnetic property. Okay, so this magnetic property we are naming as magnetism. So here we have different types of magnets. Each magnet is having a type of property for attracting the iron, and this property of attraction by a magnet is called as magnetism. And the force which is making this magnet attracting towards iron, that is called as magnetic force. So here we learned what is a magnet, what is magnetism, and what is magnetic force. The next slide, Here it is classifying the type of materials into two types, magnetic and non-magnetic. Magnetic means just now we have discussed about magnetic material. All the materials do not have the magnetic property. All the materials are not attracting towards the iron. Some materials are having special property which is making that substance getting attracted towards the iron. So here those materials which is called as magnetic materials. So it contains some amount of iron. That is the reason it is providing or it is constituting the magnetic property on that substance. So the materials which is getting attracted towards a magnet are called magnetic materials. For example, if you have a magnet, this magnet contains some amount of iron. Iron means capital F, small e is the symbol for iron. Iron. And once you are holding, so now this is acting as a magnet because it contains some amount of iron. It gives the property of a magnet. So if you are holding this magnet, you can see some materials are getting attracted towards that. So what are the materials? Any iron material or nickel material or cobalt material or steel materials. All these materials are having some attraction towards the magnet. So those materials, only those materials which is having some attraction towards the magnet are named as magnetic materials. All other materials which are not getting attracted towards the magnet because they do not have the magnetic properties, those are named as non-magnetic materials. Here you have a list of many non-magnetic materials. What are they? You can read after me. Plastic, rubber, leather, gold, silver, copper, aluminium and wood. So why we are calling all these as non-magnetic materials? The reason they do not have any material which provides the magnetic property. So it is not getting attracted towards the magnet which contains the iron. So these are named as non-magnetic materials. Now we'll see the activity which is given in your book, activity 1, page number 126. You can have the you can take that page and see the picture. Only the difference between the pictures in your picture, the figure what is given in your NCERT book, all these parts are not labeled. You can label the parts now. So what is given in this activity? So now you can see the same type of structure in your chemistry lab. So this arrangement is known as stand and clamp arrangement. This is the stand and this is the this is the base of the stand and this is the stand, and here you have a base here like this. This is called as clamp and there is a holding place for hanging any substance inside this holder. So this is the stand and this is the base and this is the holder. This holder with this it's called as clamp, and you are using this for doing the experiments in your chemistry lab. Okay, so here it can be metal stand or it can be wooden stand. In this activity we are using the wooden stand because as it is related with the magnetic activity, it will be changing the result or deviating the result if you are using some other type. So you're using a wooden stand. What is next? So I will explain what are the things given in this. Now you're taking a plastic cup. Can you see here a plastic cup? And this plastic cup should have a plastic lid. So before placing the plastic lid, the cover, you are keeping a magnet inside the plastic cup and keeping the lid. This arrangement of this plastic cup with the magnet and the lid you are placing inside this holder of the clamp, then hanging here. The next case here, you are fixing a nail on the base. Here you can see a nail is fixed. You're taking a thread and tying to a paper clip made of steel, and you're holding it vertically very close to this plastic cup. After that, you're just leaving. First you were holding, right? So you were keeping inside, you're keeping in such a way that it was very close to this. So it was a little distance below the plastic cup you were holding. After that, you're just leaving it. Okay, so you're just leaving it. Before that, you were giving the support. You're just leaving it. After that also, what you can notice, it still stands in the same position vertically in such a way that what you can understand, before you were giving a support, you were holding it straight. Once you leave it also, it continues to stand vertically because of the presence of the magnet inside the plastic cup. So what is the meaning of this? This paper clip made up of steel is a magnetic material which is having the attraction towards the magnet, That is the reason it is making to stand vertically and showing some attraction towards the magnet. So what is this activity means? There is a pull or attraction. There is a pull or attraction of a magnet towards the paper clip. And what are the types of materials present here? This is a magnetic material. Okay. And inside place, there is some amount of air. Then after that, you have a plastic thing. So you have magnetic material, then air, then plastic container. So you have the presence of some non-magnetic materials like air, then plastic between the magnet and the magnetic material. So that the conclusion of this activity is, even though there is the presence of some non-magnetic materials between the magnet and the magnetic material, still it continues to do the property of attraction. Okay, so this is understood from this activity. Even though there is presence of non-magnetic materials, no problem. Still the magnet can show the attraction towards the magnetic materials. So this is understood from this activity. So now I will finish this part 1. In part 2, we will discuss about the types of magnets, the poles of magnet, and the properties of magnet. Thank you.